So I noticed that you probably saw as well that the Crown and Indigenous Relations, or the federal government, announced a lot of economic reconciliation sort of mantras or whatever in the budget. Are those not the kind of things or that aren't working, I guess, that, you know, with government, I suppose, leading the way to advance this economic reconciliation, or is that not sufficient what you saw in the budget, or what did you think of it, I guess?
I think some of those are okay. I haven't been able to look at the specifics of them, but oftentimes when there are funding, they do come with strings attached. And a lot of times it ties it back to the Canada delegating authority to First Nations rather than recognizing their inherent jurisdictions. And so those are the kind of things that we vehemently oppose because we do intend to exercise our jurisdiction. One of the important things I think of note is recently the Vatican's renunciation of the doctrine of discovery, and of course that underlies Canada's policies and legislations with regards to Indigenous peoples. And so we see that as a moral compunction for Canada to also abide by that renunciation of the doctrine and begin the decolonization of its laws and policies, you know, especially those that purport to delegate authority over and to First Nations.
And just as a follow-up, I guess with the trade protocol, I know it's a protocol just at this point, so we just signed it, but could you give me maybe an idea of how it may work and what sort of goods maybe the nations are interested in trading between each other?
Basically what it does, it sets the relationship and foundation for information sharing and capacity building for trade and commerce, and also for governance processes that will impact all areas. Some people might think it's about either tobacco or cannabis, but it's really beyond focusing on one type of product or economic driver. It's really helping us to work together to reestablish our own processes of trade and commerce, and so that our economies can become more diverse and aligned with the values and principles of our people. Our economies have been actively criminalized and thwarted by Crown legislation, both at the federal and provincial levels, mostly provincial lately. And we are setting foundations for working together to rebuild systems that that work for us and make sense to us.
If you have any other question, you can go ahead. There's nobody else.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I think that's fine for me.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.